Hi, I'm Christie Clarkson, Marketing Specialist at Power Factors. Today I'm talking with Will Troppe, our Director of Product. Will has been with Power Factors since 2015 and leads our Asset Performance Management product line. Hey, Will, glad you could join me again.
Hi, excited to be here.
Last time we talked, you told us about the roles that time, workflows, and architecture play in a trusted data platform. Once you have that data platform, what goes into building trustworthy systems on top of it?
Building trustworthy logic systems is a function of simplicity, transparency, and configurability. You want your logic to be as simple as possible for the use case. Then you want transparency into the configuration and the formulas that are applied. And then finally, you want to empower users to understand and manage their configurations themselves. It has to happen in that order. Transparency into an incomprehensibly complex system is not valuable. And frankly, most of our customers don't actually want to start with a blank slate here. They want to use the trusted configurations that we apply across hundreds of gigawatts, but they still don't want to be restrained by those configurations. Every customer is unique. They all innovate in different ways. Many of them are tinkerers, many of them are innovators. So we want to empower them to accelerate time to value through industry best practices, and we want to deliver them as predefined configurations while also empowering them to innovate. And that's our approach to transparency. We want full transparency into everything that we do. Now, to build a trustworthy data platform for a site, you also need to know what quality, what level of analytics the site is actually capable of supporting. If the only data you get from a site is really basic, like daily energy production, good luck diagnosing the cause of underperformance that you notice relative to a financial model. We often call this part of the product data capability. Beware of data platforms that say they can deliver consistently high value results for all sites, because they simply can't. All sites aren't equally good in terms of data quality, in terms of the number of signals that they provide to users, and in terms of the quality of metadata for the sites. If you promise a high degree of analytics that apply to all sites, but all sites can't actually support that quality of analytics, that will erode trust, especially if you say that you can deliver those analytics completely automatically without having a human in the loop analyst there to supervise the overall orchestration of the system. Meanwhile, whenever we build these types of analytics, we of course want to design them so that the lowest possible data capability level still delivers quality, insightful analytics. We don't want to require every single site to be instrumented according to a gold standard for you to get value from our system. And in this case, trust is a critical enabler to getting value because we want to deliver you insights you can trust and act upon immediately.
Now for the question everyone's been waiting for. How do you build trust in AI algorithms?
We waited all the way to the end for this one. Do you trust ChatGPT? Hopefully you don't blindly trust ChatGPT. You should look at the results. You should see if they make sense or not, see if they're valuable to you or not, and use what works and reject what doesn't. And I think the same is true for us, right? Human validation of results is still necessary in many cases. And over time, we see this changing. Generative AI today supports updates to the user experience. It's the first use case of AI today. And that's similar to what you can see with ChatGPT. AI-based analytics have been around in renewables for a long time. In some cases, AI algorithms, just explaining them well enough is enough to instill trust. In other cases, the results just have to speak for themselves. The quality of AI results is often a direct function of the AI's training data. For that, garbage in, garbage out applies. Also, more is more applies. We have hundreds of gigawatts of operating data, and those help us to generate better AI-powered results. You build trust in AI often by viewing the results. How accurate are the outputs? If you trust AI results, are you rewarded for trusting those results or not? We go back to first principles. This time we can't know exactly how the inputs lead to the outputs. Data traceability becomes a challenge. We can't validate them visually because there's an AI black box in the middle, and we literally have no way to peer into it. So we need to rely on repeatable reliability in order to build data trust.
Thanks so much for sharing all these insights with us, Will. It's been great talking with you about all that goes into data trust and why it's so important for renewable energy owners, operators, and asset managers as they work to meet the rising demand for clean energy.